alert sent out real quick. And then we can check out our stuff. Then we can take a look at Bitcoin, which is not looking good at all. Very unhealthy. Awful, actually. It has some very nice hidden bearish divergence. He's at work, but he's here. My man. My man. He here. Bitcoin looking weak. Straight garbage. But when do we buy? When it looks like straight garbage. So that's pretty much that's my signal. No, I'm just kidding. It's not. I mean, it looks like shit. But we very well are about to go down, 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 down. Let's get rid of some stuff, some drawings. Man, there is no reason at all that Bitcoin should not continue to go down with all of the other bearish factors that we have on other time frames. No reason at all that we shouldn't see Bitcoin in this area. Okay? I mean, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to think that Bitcoin hangs on to 14K. That's sketchy in itself, but 14K is just the high from this little midsummer rally we had back in 2019. And maybe it was support one time, maybe twice. That's not a strong support area. Now, when you get down to 12K, that's a different story. 12K was support, resistance, failed. Resistance again, failed. Resistance for a couple of weeks, and then we broke through. So 14K could be an area it falls to and finds a bounce, but I don't see any reason why we don't go to 12K. There's nothing stopping it on the weekly. You start getting into those time frames, I don't. I mean, look how close we are to testing 14K. Just here so you don't get fined. I understand that. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, Dylan. Is that Kaiser? Is that Kaiser? Kaiser? I can't even pronounce that. It sounds foreign, but yeah, we're closer to 14K than we are 70K. Why would we not go ahead and try and test that? Then again, what's another $2,000 the way Bitcoin moves? Why would we not go test it? So you can expect to see Bitcoin probably meander down to more garbage levels where you can buy. And then you'll all be filthy rich and everyone will be happy. Let's see. See which one of my hotkeys are working up. And we spin. And whiskey shot. Doing it. I think Kazare 56. I think he needs to do it also. And the wheel says the viewer drinks. There you go. How about that? Good job. But yeah, looks like shit. Bitcoin's going to shit. Everybody run for the hills. Now, if we look out at Ethereum, oh my God, it's just as bad. It's even worse, really. There's no good reason that we shouldn't see Ethereum hit 877 again. No reason. That would be, if it would hit it and hold it, that would be great for like a slow night. We can bring out the shot wheel. Ayo. Yeah. Yeah, it's just one of those nights, man. It's a Monday. It's a rainy Monday. You don't need sound for that, do you? Get your headphones in a second. Maybe drowned out the sounds of crying babies, screaming children. Ethereum could go to 877 pretty easily. Again, double bottom, and then maybe at that point we get some kind of divergence show up and it work out. But I would not rule out this. I wouldn't rule out 481 at all. Couldn't do it. Couldn't rule it out. No way. Very, very possible if things got bad. Let's see who's down. Dogecoin is down terribly. Matter of fact, it is very, very daunting. I am very upset about it. It has ruined my night. We have this little flag broke to the downside with loss of positive momentum. Not good for the old doji poo. Now we do have a 5 cent level to get down to and maybe hang on to again. Go as low as 4.5, 3 cents. Wouldn't be surprised. Would not be surprised at all. The daily really shows it much better. A little flagpole-esque. But you can see it's just not. It was not a very healthy looking trend here recently. There you go. There you go. There's your sense. It's breaking down on this daily candle. So today, Dogecoin has went from a high of 795, just under 8 cents, to a low of right at 8 cents. So it's a penny swing. It's just not looking healthy at all. You're building negative momentum on almost every time scale. Not fun. No one likes it. It's garbage for now. Just the new daily candle 14 minutes ago opened up and it's trying to go green, but that means nothing when you're building negative momentum. So crypto in general is just beat to hell and back. We thought we had some pops. Nothing's popping. Everything is turning for the worse. Got to ride this trend down. So short it all the way down, and when your short stop working, turn around and start buying long positions. Today on the morning watch list, we had RKT, which was looking like it was losing negative momentum, and we had this range right here lined out. Now, if it breaks, if we break that 816 mark, we want to buy call options headed up here to like 927. If it breaks below the 777, we want to start buying put options all the way down to 730, then down to 625. Neither of those happened today. The 1 hour lost all that negative momentum, and when we started building positive, that's all we could do. That's how really, 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 really weak RKT is. It looked like it had a great build up, had some divergence, just wasn't going to happen. So that play is still kind of in limbo. Let's wait and see what happens. But what did bang it out from the morning watch list today was Zillow. Okay, so on our, let me pull it up and see exactly what I had posted for you guys. I can't even remember. It has been a long day. So we had a morning watch list posted that a Zillow put on a break below the previous open there. We had an expiration date of December 30th. We had a target price of $34. The contract was 60 cents, people. And today, we got this big bearish engulfing candle that opened up at $36 and got as low as $34.28. So congratulations. Now, last I looked, the contracts are worth like 98 cents a piece. Very, very nice little gain for a day. Didn't expect it to play out that quick. We'll see how tomorrow happens. It's hanging on by a thread. Hanging on by a freaking thread. We have a gap here. With a gap down to, we'll see what the high, 32.87 is the gap. So I wouldn't be surprised if we don't fill that gap before finding some kind of base and bouncing and going the other way. If not, just bleeding out completely, because the housing market has just started to bleed. It's just started to turn. Housing market will be our next big bubble in the next sector, and it's going to be awful. So that was a moneymaker today. RKT is still pending, waiting to see what it's going to do. We're still waiting on RXDX to give up the ghost. It's got to do something. It's not dumping like we need it to dump. There's no way it can sustain these prices. It's horseshit. But that's why we took calls out to January and February, or puts out to January and February, is because we knew it'd take some time. AM, same thing. Just takes time. We're starting to get it now. We're starting to get that bleed from, let's see, what is the daily today? It got a little buying pressure. Got as high as 229, low as 193. We break that 185, we're going back down to 50 cents, people. And several other things that we've been watching for weeks and weeks. Our Amazon puts, every one of those so far have just been beautiful, immaculate dumps, big dump-a-palooza. And now we're lower than our previous low. Why are we not going to hit our target of 81.78? There's our final target right there for profit taking. Right there. Awfully close. There's no reason that it shouldn't. There's nothing going on here but a couple of wick lows that are close enough that I don't think they will hold. Some of the Tesla puts, same thing. We can look at on the daily. Tesla is falling off a cliff. Tesla's giving us nothing. Then we also had some Apple puts. Once again, Garbaggio. Apple is struggling. There's not a whole lot for it to hang on to. We've now broke below these highs. There's no reason we shouldn't go test 125. No reason Apple shouldn't go down and test 125. What's up, Crimson Tide? Roll Tide. Yo, yo, yo. So, yeah, there's no reason Apple shouldn't go on down and test that 125. There's nothing there but air and opportunity on that one. One of our Disney puts that we had out on a long time, it has been beautiful. Look at this. Look at this Disney. Hold on. Disney has stepped off a cliff. Again, we have now made a lower low than the previous low. Right now, Disney is at the lowest point since March of 2020. Disney has came and caught its COVID lows. It's in the middle of catching its COVID lows. It is broke below that peak rate, or that wick low. There is nothing stopping Disney at all, people. Disney has further to go. I don't care that Bob Iger came in and is going to get back to his old ways of doing things, that's fine. Cool, great. I hope Bob turns it around because I want to play it to the upside. But let's stop and take a look at Disney. We're in outer space. Disney got so high so quick, was uncalled for. What do we need? What are we looking for next on Disney? Man, we're looking for $81 on Disney, $79 on Disney. Right now, we're at my target from one of my puts that was alerted. It's crazy money has been made. Crazy money has been made, people. Disney, Amazon, Tesla, Apple, all of those have made crazy money since November 30th when they were posted. Carvana is hanging on tooth and nail, man. Let's look at Carvana here on the weekly. Look at this crap. The only thing lower than where we're at right now is a wick low that happened to this low of $3.55 lasted like maybe 20 minutes. That was 20 or 30 minutes that it wicked down in a daily candle, a weekly candle, and yeah, it just barely tapped it and immediately recovered. Right now we're showing after hours that we're at 438. So there's no reason that we should not return back to lower lows. And if you look out, man, there's nothing. This is Carvana's lifetime of their chart. This is the life of Carvana. What do we have? There's no support. At this point, people are only buying perceived value. Carvana's going to go bankrupt. They're going to zero. They're going to go bankrupt. They're a horrible business idea. So if your options start expiring, it hasn't got where we want, we're going to roll them. We're going to roll those options over, and we're going to keep going because we're shooting at like $2, $2.50. That's where it's going. I mean, at this point, once you break all previous lows, you have to start playing even numbers. So right now it's at 438. Your next stop will be $4. Next stop will be $3.50. Next stop will be $3, and so on and so on and so on. Those are the only areas because mentally those round even numbers make people think that that's where I want to enter or exit. So Carvana is still just hanging on for dear life. I mean, it's down 12% again today. We are down for the year. Carvana hit a low of 99% down. That's amazing. Right now, we're 98% down. It will go to zero. Stocks do not recover from 99+% down. That's not how it works. They do not recover from that kind of beatdown. It's a matter of time. Like I said, if you didn't buy enough time out to January, February, or beyond, if you didn't buy enough time on your contracts, it's worth it with Carvana to roll them over. Pay that little bit of extra, roll them over to a longer time frame. Carvana's going to zero. Another one that is struggling its ass off and was down 4% today, Meta. Let's look at Meta. Facebook is struggling, y'all. Nobody wants to advertise on Facebook. You know why? Because the only people on Facebook are like us and our parents. This 40-year-old generation and our parents. All the young people have left Facebook. They don't care. They're on Instagram. They're on Snapchat. They're on TikToks. TikTok kicked Facebook right in the nuts. Is what happened. Old people are on Facebook, and that's me included, because we're sharing pictures of babies, what we ate for dinner, and whose Halloween party, and things like that. And we're the people beyond us are skittish about online ads. We don't like them. If we're looking for something, we'll look it up. But the ad revenue's drying up for Facebook, just for the fact that how many times have any of y'all watching something pop up as an ad on Facebook? You're like, oh my God, I gotta have that. Let me click the Facebook link, go through them. It's not worth it. I have advertised on there. It's not worth it. So our after hours situation, we are setting at a pretty crucial level. So we broke below the 124 level that we had. We bounced off it, broke below it, and now there's really not a whole lot of support other than this little chickadee right here. You can see it's touched it a couple of times, and we're at the bottom of that. It breaks below this. I think you might see some hesitation at 99. Facebook is going to $72, people. $82 is your best hope. 82, 72, in that range, that's where it's going. Continue to short meta just for the fact that you can look in there on the weekly. It's the positive momentum is hardly causing any upwards price action. And then you start getting into the daily where it's losing negative momentum and it's building negative momentum. I mean, it's just Facebook is kind of lost cause, man. They need to abandon the metaverse and move on. So those puts are still amazing. Tesla's got to stop being garbage. Mainly, Elon needs to get back to talking about Tesla, tweeting about Tesla. Look where we're at. Tesla's now testing this big bull flag, which I'll draw out for you. When it was on its way up, we had it. And these flags tend to break out 75% of the way through. It sure did. And just kept ripping. And we've got other little areas that we can say it did the same thing. But realistically, I had this drawn and I erased it earlier today. When Tesla breaks where it's at, if it breaks this 149 and continues down, our next stop is probably going to be, I'll draw it out. Our next stop is going to be this right here, 121. Tesla breaks down. We get below that like 145. It's gone. It's gone. It's going down to 121. After 121, I think our only hope is going to be right there at $63. At that point, that's when you want to start loading up on Tesla anywhere in this range. Tesla is just, he's selling off his crap. He spent too much time with Twitter and he's got investors spooked, which is stupid. The man is a genius. He can multitask anything he wants. It's not like the car got any less awesome because he spent some time at Twitter dragging out FBI files. Now I want to talk about energy and oil. There's something brewing in the oil space, and I'm going to show you why. All right, so upward sloping consolidation. This is consolidation. This isn't like a rising wedge. It's not bearish. Upward sloping consolidation. When you look down here on your MACDs, we're showing that the negatives, the sellers basically, negative momentum, you're having higher prices with less negative momentum. It's climbing. You might say it was through highs and valleys, but I don't think it qualifies that really. It's just been a triple test of this range. We have came and we're back testing this supply line again, or this demand line. Demand line. I think the next test up, it breaks. It breaks all of this chop. Then we start going to areas on like OXY. We start going to areas of 88, 100, 114. That's just OXY. And we have plenty of others. Chevron, ExxonMobil. Here's ExxonMobil, which I find some real comfort in. Now, this is a rising wedge. It's been in. It tried to break down, hit the 200-day moving average, and run right back up in it. Now we're holding again as support. Awesome. Look at the daily. We have lost this negative momentum, and we're trying our best to turn neutral to positive. So it's saying that, hey, we're probably going to make another move up in time. If you can hang in there, our next move up to probably get rejected, we're talking about 120, 123. Oil's going to move higher. I don't care what anybody says. Housing markets can crash. All that crap can crash. OPEC is keeping their production the same and cutting. That has been their last couple of MOs, is they're keeping it the same. Then they cut a little. They're keeping it the same, cut a little. They're definitely not cranking out more because they want the price to stay up. So now, by our administration buying a couple of million barrels, I guess a day, a week, or month, whatever it is, by them trying to replenish the reserves that were falsely put out to push down gas prices, all they're doing is adding fuel to the fire. And OPEC knows this. That's why they chose not to increase production. That's why OPEC says we're going to cut production again, because they know our oil reserves are so low that now we have to start buying it back at higher prices to replenish. So the government, not the everyday driver, the government is going to push demand. They're going to start taking supply off the market and push demand, push prices. Oil has a leg up. That's my opinion. I'm not a guru. Don't get me wrong. I think I know a little bit of something about something, but I ain't a guru. I mean, shit can happen. But I live and breathe this every day, all day long. This is all I do. I look at these charts, analyze it. I take in the news. I take in the facts, the information, the earnings, and I try to come up with some kind of game plan for you. Not for me. I can sit here and drink whiskey all day and freaking trade and make money myself. I'm here for you. I'm streaming you on YouTube for free for you. I'm not making money off streaming at all. I'm here to try to help everyone in my Discord, people I know, my followers, to help everybody grasp an edge on the direction of the markets. And right now, we are still looking solid for some massive growth in the oil sector. Let's see. Peloton. Where is Peloton? We talked about it several streams ago. I just scrolled past it. Peloton, we're her. Look at this garbage. Look at this garbage. That's terrible. Everybody's screaming double bottom, temporarily. Small double bottom, sure, but now what do you got? Looks to me very double top-esque. And what did it do? It kind of hit that resistance area as a double top. Now it's coming back down. What's it hanging on to? That's what I want to know. Here's the IPO price. Why have we not already bled out? It's being held up. It's being propped up by something. So what you have right now is nothing but air and opportunity to the downside with Peloton. Our next legs down on Peloton. Let's say there. It's going to be there and there. So here's your next three targets on Peloton. You want to take a short position or a put on anything? Let's bet that Peloton goes bankrupt or somebody buys them one. Next target's down. 939, 857, and 680. It's a 1055 right now. There you go. Free money on stream live. Put option for February to March. That Peloton goes to $9. You're welcome. Congratulations. You made some money. Roku is struggling like a mofo for real. Let's look at Roku on the daily. It's now made a new lower low. Like a 52-week low. It's pretty bad. We got earnings coming up on February 16th next year. But it did nothing but make lower highs and lower lows. Now we're making another lower low with what? Where's the consolidation for you? Those you don't know, we're looking for these choppy areas like this. These are areas of support and resistance. These are zones. So we're going to go there and there. I mean, this is it. It can ping pong between 126, 163. You can see where it's hit it, bounce. Couldn't break it, finally did. And then once it broke it, got trapped in this area, chopped up. That's what we're looking for. What's next? I mean, here we are, this little red dotted line. This is our current $44.50 price. Where's the consolidation? Where's the area we're looking for? Guys, down here's the IPO at $15.74. What is next? I'll tell you what's next. We have a top of a range and a bottom of a range, and that's going to be 34 and 30. $34 and 30, and then the next one is $30. That's a huge downward. So there you go. Here's another free one. Another free one for anybody new watching the stream. If you're not in my Discord, I'll put it in the description. It's the description of most of all my videos, my morning watch list. There you go. Free freaking money. The economy has not got better yet, and it won't for another year or so. You can short Roku some more. They're going to have bad earnings. People are canceling subscriptions just to survive. It's getting worse. $34. Take your call option out for 2 or 3 months. Down to $34. You will be rewarded. There you go. Congratulations. You're welcome. AMD is kind of hanging out in the middle of no man's land. Look at AMD. It hasn't made a new low yet, but it got rejected from our downward sloping channel like the Jesus, man. Perfect. Perfection. Bounce, bam. Back down it goes. Even down after hours. And you're in the middle of nowhere. So what do? You go back and you test this range of 55, 57 again. And you try to hold it as support. If you don't hold it as support, you break below that. Watch out. Here comes $48. After $48, your next stop, and this is probably, and I'm giving you final targets. This is probably the low. Right there. $35, man, on AMD. If it breaks below 55, 57, which it could go back and test again, you're ready for $35. That's it, man. There's nothing. Resistance, broke through, support. That's all we're doing, man. We're identifying levels of support and resistance, looking at where we're at, what is the macro trend, the overall large long-term trend, and we're taking plays based on that information and the macro environment to see where it goes next. So next stop, 55. After that, 35. You're welcome. You're rich. I paid your note. There you go. Anything housing related is getting devastated really bad. Who made a lot? Airbnb. Oh, yeah. Wonderful. Airbnb made an all-time historical low today. Right now, after hours, 85.74. Airbnb made an all-time low today. These housing numbers come out this week, people. They're not going to be good. It's going to scare more people out of the housing market and housing-related stocks. We're shorting all of it. Everything is short on housing shit. Let's look at Snap. Snap's going back down again. Your next stop for Snap is 733. Snap is struggling. Yeah, it would make sense because your gap 720. So 720. There we go. Be looking for 720 on Snap. Anything else? I'm just throwing free money at y'all right now. You can buy shorts, longs, whatever you want. I'm just telling you where it's going. Man, I mean, it all looks so bad. I don't know where else to start. A buddy of mine that's got his Discord. He's also a trader in mine. Has been shorting the living shit out of Ford, and he was rewarded today. Looky there. Nice and nasty. This little weak-ass trend line Ford, look at there. It tried to come back and test it and just got devastated. Ford was down another 4% today. Ford's going to struggle right now, and you can call it what you want, but we're getting at the bottom of that range. So the next level that Ford can hang on to, and it's got such a long, rich history. Let's pull it up here. Yeah, we're way too low there. So Ford's next stop on the weekly, I would expect going to be somewhere right around there. After that, we're going to be there. You pull that down to the daily. Here's your Ford targets. You want a short Ford that just got beat down and rejected? Let's short it down 1066, 894. Only makes sense. Not to mention, it is just garbage. It is building more negative momentum on the MACD. Ford's going to shit. Buy puts. When there's blood in the street, buy puts. There you go. But that's it. That's it for me. That's all I really want to show y'all. We just kind of hit some of the highlights of today. Our Discord members crushed it on Zillow today. Crushed it. Our Discord members have been racking up since December 30th. Almost all of them's hit. It's just been amazing. And the ones that don't hit on the day or two that I post it, they come around within a couple of days and just crush it. So if you're not in Discord, go ahead and sign up to our Discord. It's in the bottom of almost all of our description of all of our videos. You can DM me. I can send you a link directly. But if nobody has any other request for me to look at a chart, then I'm done. I've been live 43 minutes. I feel like I've told you everything that I can tell y'all for today to help. I want to thank Kaiser, Crimson Tide, and all of the people watching that didn't comment. Please feel free to comment, be active. Please like, subscribe, tick the little bell so you get notifications when I go live. It helps the algorithm move me higher up and give me more exposure. So maybe I can help more people. It's free to watch me here. You get a 7-day free trial in Discord. You'll make more money than you ever could imagine on your first 7 days. And then you can sign up for $5 a month just to keep you honest. But I want to appreciate everybody that's here. Thank y'all. Truly grateful that any of y'all that tune in to watch this are here every day. We'll see you again tomorrow.